I would like to invite our first speaker to the stage. Please welcome speaker Jung An Hang with the speech, How I Ran 8,760 Kilometers.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing? Please raise your hand if you have ever competed in a marathon. Okay? Please raise your hand if you consider yourself as a good runner. All right? You may have your hands down now. So, I would like to begin with a story about how I ran 8,760 kilometers in a year. Well, please note that I have never competed in a marathon, nor am I a professional athlete. I'm just very good at running after people's opinions on me. So, there are 24 hours in a day and 365 days in a year. In order to reach 8,760 kilometers, I had to run 1 kilometer per hour, which seems ridiculously foolish. I wasted those meaningless hours chasing after life, seeking what I characterize as happiness and success. For this happiness, I had to sacrifice my time and tears. Yet, what I wanted to achieve did not match my expectations, and instead resulted in criticism and me being dragged down to the point where I no longer have the power to stand up for myself. I pursued those negative comments with the hope that I could fix it. I could make myself loved again. But the faster I ran, the blinder I became, until I was running so fast that I accidentally forgot about those who genuinely cared and appreciated me. I put myself into a position where I had to choose between keep rushing towards that false definition of happiness that I had set for myself, or to stop and look at the actual valuable things that I have left behind. When I looked back, I saw how many meaningful things, and I saw my loved ones struggling to catch up with me. That moment of realization saved my life, returned me to reality, and shattered the thick black cloud above my head. I asked if my younger self would be proud to see me floundering in life just to please strangers who had done nothing except dragging me down. Now that I look back on the path that I had run on for so long, I begin to wonder whether I had been too naive or ignorant to see that I was avoiding what problems and obstacles that life gave me. I used to believe when people told me that I was not good enough. I used to believe when people told me that I was not perfect. But now I know who I am and my worth. And me allowing those negative thoughts to coexist with me, allowing that heavy black cloud to float above me, allowing people to hurt me both directly and indirectly are not the solutions. But the very moment that I decided to share my story, the moment that I decided to press that send button and apply for TEDx, I have already won. I won by fighting over the obstacles. I won by accepting the painful truth that life threw at me. And that is my story about how I fought, how I ran 8,760 kilometers. But how about us, human beings? How do we fight? And how do we live a life that is worth fighting for? Is it simply a process of growing up, picking up knowledge, living fully, and passing down the experiences? Well, personally, I don't think so. Life is far more complicated than what we normally think, and that is why we need to delve deep into its significance and look beyond the obvious. So, are we fighting or inviting life? Fighting and inviting are complete opposite concepts. Those who are fighting against life may feel like they are constantly battling against the world and its challenges. They may think that life is unfair and difficult, and that they need to work hard to overcome the obstacles. Well, this mindset can lead to stress, frustration, and anxiety. In a battle, you can only win or lose. But if your life is a battle, you might want to reconsider how life isn't always about winning or losing. Fighting implies that you are willing to take risk, You're willing to climb that mountain to see what is on the other side. You're willingly to fight your way to achieve your goal. We all have different ideas about what is worth fighting for. It is about the determination to fight and the risk that we are going to take to reach our destination. It is about chasing away negativity, not chasing after it. But is all those fighting and battling enough to make our life complete? Is my decision to stop running after such a long run sufficient enough to help me fully comprehend the definition of happiness? Well, of course, all of those fighting and battling matters a lot. But what about learning to stop? To take a break, to slow down, and to go with the flow of life? Sometimes we just need to stop, to take a step back and allow things to happen the way it is supposed to happen. Slowing down is one of the simplest yet most difficult things to do, but it is a conscious choice that will lead to greater happiness and reduce stress. Those who are inviting life may view the world as full of opportunity and possibilities. They may be open to new experiences and they can clear their mind easier than those who don't. This mindset can lead to excitement, joy, and curiosity. And furthermore, acceptance is also required in the healing process. To get rid of something, you must first understand it deeply. And by acknowledging the unpleasant aspects of yourself, your thoughts, your mind, and your past, you will be able to better control your life. Finally, how one approaches life is a matter of personal preference. Adopting a more open and positive mindset, on the other hand, can lead to greater success, and you can live a more enjoyable and fulfilling life. Either fighting or inviting, it is our decision to make. No matter what station or age you're at, there's always time left to start doing something, to start finding your value in living. And when I told you about my value of living, I meant them. All of them. My family, my friends, every single one of them. And hey, Mom, Dad, I didn't forget to put you here, so please don't be mad at me, okay? All of them were there for me when I needed them the most. They reminded me how life is so more than just listening to what others think about you. They're the one who give me strength when no one else did. And that is why I stopped. I stopped to look at them and to bring them back with me, carry them with me. And a little fun fact, I took all of these pictures by myself through my own camera. This action can show how they mean to me and how I appreciate them and how I wanted to capture every single moment of this happiness and keep it alive forever. And while they are my value of living, how about us? How about you? Whose faces comes to your mind when you look at these? Let's take a couple of seconds and imagine them for yourself. All right? This image, these moments that we tried imagining, serve as our reminder to always fight and always accept things, and to treasure it, to protect it with our best. I will keep fighting for my loved ones, for my friends and family, my brother, my mom and dad, my 10.2, so that one day I will turn that 8,760 kilometers into 8,760 people that I have inspired. Because if I don't, then who will? Thank you.